Hey guys, I actually just had this story come across my phone, and it's interesting for our Canadian drivers out there. So, this one is from Reuters, a very reliable source. Says Uber and Canadian Union reach deal to support gig worker benefits and flexibility. Scrolling down, Uber Technologies Incorporated on Thursday said it had reached an agreement with Canada's largest services sector union to offer employee like benefits to contractors who work as ride hail and food delivery drivers. Uber and Uber or Uber and United Food and Commercial Workers Canada UFCW said they will jointly lobby Canada's provincial governments to pass labor reforms that would provide gig workers with minimum earnings of at least 120% of local minimum wage, a benefits fund that includes pension and sick pay and other worker rights. Today, these benefits are generally reserved for employees, leaving gig workers who are largely independent contractors without benefits and protections under the 5 year agreement. So it's not permanent, reading this. Under the 5 year agreement, Canada's 100,000 Uber drivers and delivery workers would also have the right to legal representation by the union in case of disputes with the company, such as when getting kicked off Uber's platform. Seriously, I mean, when you get kicked off, even if you have the representation, Uber is still Uber. They're going to play their cards as well as they can to get as much or keep as many people off. I mean, it's crazy. We'll see how that works. The union will also meet with Uber twice a year to address workers' health and safety concerns, said Barry Sawyer, the executive assistant to the UFCW national president. Sawyer said the union purposefully avoided addressing the thorny issue of gig workers' legal status in its agreement with Uber. Uber and labor unions around the world have for years sparred over question of whether gig workers should be reclassified employees, a designation that would force Uber to provide substantial and costly benefits. We're not focused on what you call the workers. The government can make that decision. We just want to get them the rights and benefits they deserve, Sawyer said. Which, I mean, honestly, 100% agree. We just want the rights and benefits. I don't care if I'm an employee or not, but I need the rights and the benefits of being somewhat like an employee. Gig companies have long been criticized for lack of benefit and protections they offer drivers. Many labor unions, some lawmakers, and the Biden administration have said gig workers should be reclassified as employees. And there's apparently another story here. Not going to go into that. In surveys with UFCW, drivers said they wanted to maintain the flexibility to work on their own schedule, Sawyer said. Exactly why we like being independent contractors. We like the flexibility. Uber, Lyft Incorporated, DoorDash Incorporated, and other companies have argued that flexibility would be eliminated if they were forced to reclassify workers as employees. I would 100% agree with that. In recent years, Uber has pushed lawmakers across the United States and Canada and the European Union to implement what it refers to as the third way, a compromise that would maintain workers' contractor status but provide them with some benefits. Another story available. Uber struck a similar deal last year with Britain's G&B union, allowing it to represent up to 70,000 drivers and boosting the power of workers with collective bargaining. California voters in 2020 approved such a compromise model in a decisive win for the companies, dividing the U.S. labor movement in its strategy toward gig workers. Now, I believe they're more referring to Prop 22. And yeah, we're seeing that is coming to bite everyone in the ass. So I just figured I would bring this great story to you guys. Maybe the U.S. should look at some unions to help represent us, to get us better benefits without making us employees. Because, by golly, I don't want to be an employee of Uber. I don't want to be an employee of Lyft. I don't want to be an employee of any of these companies. I just want some benefits. But on that, I am going to let you all go. Be safe out there while driving, be it food or passengers. And you all have a great